Well, welcome back to today's show. Today is part 2 with this painting. I've done a little bit more from the last time because I do have to finish this up in another 2 parts, which I will, hoping on it. They're going to run up the 4 colors that we're using today. We got the soft white, we got the titanium white, then we got the yellow, alizarin crimson, Russian blue, and black. The blue and the red is making the purple, excuse me, and the yellow and the red makes the orange that we done for the sky and stuff. The only thing I've done from the last time, I finished up a little bit here. I put a little tree trunks and stuff, but I put more trees up in here, more tree trunks. I'm gonna ask Mary, I'm gonna try to see if they could get me a close-up shot on this one if they could. The only thing I do is I put in a little bit of paint thinner, paint thinner, very little bit of paint thinner in the brush. I go into the paint, I don't put no paint on it. I'll just go in it and bring the paint up from the paint. There you go, and watch, and very gently. Let me do this one. You see what I mean? There's no paint on my brush. I'm just bringing it up. You don't want to do it too light. I mean, you don't want to do it too heavy, make the chunks bigger. But as a nice little way of just doing some distant trees. Just bring it up, and that makes the trees and stuff more alive. I might have one big tree coming here. So I'm not really worrying too much, and it's going to be a big, pretty thick tree. Actually, part 4 will be just mostly that one tree, because I'm on woody work on the trunk and make it look more like a tree. The bark's going to be a very heavier bark where you can see it, and the highlight will be stronger because I will have 15 to 20 minutes to work on that part. Here, I got this. This is a little plane here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just using a little bit of black. And here and there, I'm just going to add a little bit of stones. And, just make it look like there's little stones inside the water. Big ones, little ones. It's just going to give me a little bit more depth. Maybe it's part of the land. Something like that. I'm going to take my little brush, just a little fan brush, and I'm going to come down with it. Bring some of this inside the water, see that? Don't need really too much here. So I'm going to clean up that little corner. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the purple, just a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit, grab a little bit of white. And I'm going to lighten up that purple just a little bit. And let's see. I'm just going to put a little bit of highlight, just a bit, just on top. Some of them. Let's see. There. I'm going to add just a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit of that softer white. If you have a hard time making the paint stick, let's add a little bit of the white or a little bit of the paint thinner, and you see it works a little bit better. There you go. See that? Clean it up. I'm going to take a little bit more. Pour a little bit on that one. There you go. Just to come down, I'm going to add just a bit of highlight. Let me just grab the fan brush. I'll go into some of this color. There you go. I'm going to touch it. I'm just going to pull that one out. Just a little bit. There. Something like that. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not even going to brush it up. Maybe just the bottom. Just a little bit there. Just to plan it out. Just this part here. There. Make it a little straight. There. something like that, you know. That pushes those trees back, and this brings a little bit more color into this. That's all I want to do for now. I'm gonna finish up this corner. That's what I got. 19 minutes to do work on this one corner here, and then start bringing that out. I have 2 colors here. I'm gonna go and get it a little bit more darker. A little bit more. Not that much more, but maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna use some of that white that I just used, some of that sulfur white. And let's see how darker that one is. I'm gonna take some of this paint off because it's gonna be like a dusting. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. This is nice. Yeah. But it has to come out just a little bit more than that, and maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah. Something like that. There. Let's put a little bit bushes back here. And that will push that back. Now it looks like it's going back, you know, a little bit back and forth. Okay. I'm gonna come down here. Get a little bit more of that purple. If this is your first time, if you didn't see the first part, I'm mixing up my own purple. I'm using the blue, the red, and the blue. Almost evenly, maybe a little bit more red. It all depends how much purple you want. The more red you put in, the more purplish it will look. Or you could even make it look a little bit more pinkish. The more blue, it makes it a little bit more darker. So it's how thick you want it and how red you want it. What if you want more on a bluish purple, you gotta keep the blue. And I'm gonna come across. But I'm starting to like it. It's starting to look almost the way how I seen it in my head. I get a little bit paint thinner. And once again, but because these trees are a little bit closer to me, I'm gonna make them, the tree trunks, just a little bit more detail. I don't know how much of these trees you'll see because I might have more darker trees coming in, more heavier trees now. But this will push the other trees in the back a little bit further. There you go. I'm still rushing, but I'm not rushing as much as I could. But when you're home doing it yourself, please take your time. Don't be in a rush. Right now, I still got only 16 minutes. I still got to watch the time to make sure I don't go over, or else I won't finish it in the time I want to have it done. Just gonna make this a little darker up here. Maybe there's a little land here. I'm gonna take a little highlight, a little purple, a little bit white. Just a touch of purple. Something like this. Let's see if this looks good. I'm just gonna touch into different places. Yeah. It looks a little bit crooked. I can see it's looking a little crooked. So I'm gonna take my knife. I'm gonna hold it parallel to the bottom of the canvas, and I'm just gonna scoot it out. Yeah. Something like that. When I put the other part into it, that will just look a little bit better. Take my brush, I'm gonna work that out just a little bit at the bottom. I'm gonna push it this way because I don't want it to be too far back the other way. There you go. that you ain't gonna see anyway. Like, I'm gonna take a little bit of the black and let's add a couple of stones here. One here. Each time I got 14 minutes, yep. There. I'm gonna take a little highlight, a little bit of white, a little bit of purple, a little bit more, drop more. There, something like that. And again, let me see. I don't want it to be just on the top. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. That looks good. I'm gonna take the little, oops. I'm gonna take the little fan brush. Clean this out just a little bit. This has purple in it, so it ain't gonna hurt too much. And I'm just gonna use the corner. I'm just gonna use the corner. Clean it out just a bit. I'm just gonna use the soft brush, the bunny brush. That's what one of the Alexander's master artists will always call it as Buck. Buck always called it the bunny brush. And I'm going to take my knife. I'm just going to scrape this off. See, just with my knife, if I move it around just a little bit, it will make it a little bit more softer. There we go. Get some little bit of white purple. So, and I'm gonna put a little water line coming around this one. Gotta get that a little bit closer. And then we'll get a little bit closer to the rock. There you go. Okay. This is pretty clean. I just want to get this back out from here, this dark color right here. Just want to remove it. You see how you can remove the paint? My director's going to get mad at me because I keep on putting my hand up there. I don't even have to hear her. I just know she's going to get mad at me for doing that. She's fantastic. Sharon does a good job back there. Oh, I got the smartest crew. Today I'm working with two people. Mary is on my camera and Sharon is in the studio. Oh, Mary's jumping back and forth on two cameras, and Sharon's doing the directing, and then she has to run to do the audio. So these two women is putting this show together. It's unreal. Once it's safe to go back inside a restaurant, I'm gonna take these two ladies out and really give them a party. Just us three. They deserve it. What time I got? I got 10 minutes. Right here, I'm gonna start doing a little bit more of the heavier trees, the more, So, I'm gonna use the 1-inch brush. I'm gonna start with the 1-inch brush. Maybe I'll just keep using the 1-inch brush. Now, when I do this, I go down, I touch the canvas, and then I just keep on going back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. To me, it makes some beautiful trees. Watch, I just touch. I'm gonna start right here. Touch it a little bit big, a little bit more paint. I'm gonna touch, and then I just gonna push up. See that? It doesn't make the tree look artificial. It brings a nice look to a tree. And I'm gonna come down here and do the same way. There we go. We got 9 minutes, so I could finish this one here. I want to come up here. I want to do another one. Touch, push, 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 push. It takes time to learn this way of doing it. I have to. She's gonna get mad at me now. There you go. There. Just a little bit more heavier paint right here to bring that one out. And then I'm gonna come down with this one. Okay. I'm gonna go up here. And I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna make this one a little taller. I'm gonna add some black to this one because I want this one to be a little bit more darker to come into that one. There you go. There. Actually, I'm just gonna use all black on this one. When I put some highlights up on these, they will look better. Actually, I could have 3 or 4 different trees up here. I just don't need to have 1 or 2. And I'm gonna show you that. That's gonna be the next show. Show you how many different trees I could work on this one. I am going just a little bit come in because this has to be, I just want to judge something. Okay, if I have that, I have that. There'll be 1, 2, at least 3 or 4 trees here. Because I'm gonna keep it dark a little bit here to keep that, the texture right, and keep the compass of it. I'm gonna keep it like, you know, it's gonna be not that much highlight. You see, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna add 1 more right here. No, I'll do that on the next show. I do have 6 more minutes, so let's start a little bit here with these trees here. I am gonna go back in here, clean it up a little bit. Now I want to start making some of these tree trunks here. Now these trees are closer, so I'm gonna make these just a little bit more heavier. There. Later on, if I want to add more, if you have a hand that shakes, I'm starting to be at that age that my hand shakes anyway, but if you have a hand that shakes, that's a bonus when you do these trees. Okay. The other thing is when you do these trees, I'm still rushing. You don't want them all look the same. You don't want them to look like cookie cutters. Like this one here, I'm gonna bring this one out. I'm gonna bring it across. Whoops, I gotta get a little more paint. There we go. Now I'm just gonna bring this one across that one. You don't want them all to stop at the same area. If I have to add more paint, I will, but I'm hoping that I don't need that. But see how many of these you could do. Bring one across. I am going to add just a little bit of paint to this brush. Just a little bit. There. Just enough to move these branches around. There. Make this one a little bit bigger. There you go. Bring that one across that one. See that? It just brings it around. Branches are funny. This could be a bigger branch. Yeah. You know, branches goes crazy. Look at a tree sometimes and see how many. I can even bring up one right here, bring up a little tree branch right here. Let me just do that. I have a little bit of paint thinner just to thin it down some. Okay, a little bit of paint. How many times? I got 3 minutes. Yeah. Let's bring this tree all the way up there. I still have room to add the trees behind it, so I'm not going to go too far with this. Yeah. It gives me an idea, but I'm just showing. I could erase that if I don't want to do it, but this is a good time for me to take my time and show you something. Now I'm going to get, I got 2 minutes, so I'm going to add, just start adding a little bit highlights on some of these trees. Like I said, it's not going to be too much. I'm going to clean out this brush just a little bit because I'm going to leave a little bit of that purple. I'm going to go into some of the soft white and purple again. That's why I didn't want to go too much. Now I'm going to take some of this heavier white, titanium white. Let's see. Let's start with back here. Okay, I'm going to have to add just a little bit more softer white. Okay. Okay. Go back into some of the purple. Now I'm going to show you my brush. I'm going to get a very close shot of all the paint I have on this brush. I'm going to ask Mary if she could come very close to. Could we get a shot of this brush? Very close up brush. There. Yeah, that's perfect. You see all that paint? Oh, I got all that paint right at the corner. But it's a lot of paint. What you want to do is have a lot of paint and a very easy touch. I got 1 minute. I want to thank everybody for coming today. As you can see, I'm taking my time and hope to see you later on when you come back for part 3. Thank you. Very easy touch.